video, we are going to discuss about important interview Salesforce questions about Salesforce licenses. First of all, what's a Salesforce license? A license determines the base level access of the features that the user can have the access for. For example, in this screenshot, we can see the user license used is Salesforce. You can find the license under the users when you go to the setup in your Salesforce org. Now let's discuss the types of Salesforce licenses. So we have basically four types of user licenses, four type of Salesforce licenses. One is user license, then comes the feature license, then is the permission set license, and another is usage based license. What is a user license? It grants access to the Salesforce org. In the previous slide, you are noticing that we have written user license Salesforce in the screenshot, which defines the user license used. So this particular license will define the level of access that the user will have. Okay. So in our case, if the access is provided as Salesforce, then they will be having the access of all the Salesforce objects along with other applications. So second comes as the feature license. What is a feature license? It grants access to additional features on top of the user license. Let's go back to the slide and try to understand that within this slide, if you notice, user license is written, then after that it is written marketing user, knowledge user, flow user, service cloud user. So these are the additional access that the user can have access for other than the license. So this is what we call as a feature license. Okay. Then comes the permission set licenses. So these are basically that grants the access which have additional permissions through permission sets. Imagine you created a permission set, and then within that license you add that license and then you assign it to different users. So that is what we call as permission set license, like we have for the identity. Then comes the user based license. If you remember that, if we talk about the experience cloud or the community cloud, which whatever you call, then there are sometimes the features that the number of usage that we can do for a particular based on a license. So basically the way, as long as you are paying for it, you are paying for whatever you are using it, not on the basis of the number of users. So this is what we call as user based licenses. Okay, so the interviewer is expecting you to tell about all the four licenses available in Salesforce. Now we will see that this is a mind map that we have created for you. You can take a screenshot for the same. So it is showing that licenses have been divided into four parts: user license, feature license, usage based license, and permission set license. You can take a screenshot if needed. Let's move to the scenario based question 1. Your company wants to onboard 100 users for only custom apps, not sales or service cloud. Which license would you use? So here we are going to use Salesforce platform licenses, because what we need is the access for the custom apps and the objects, and not the standard CRM objects. Otherwise we would have used other license, right? So in this case we are going to use Salesforce platform license. The next scenario based question is: a user needs access to Charter only, nothing else. So if you know that the license that we use for the purpose of only Charter, we are not giving the access to the internal Salesforce environment, we are just using it for the Charter purpose, right, for the collaboration tool, then we are going to use Charter free license. Here it is, the third question: a user with a Salesforce license cannot access knowledge articles, what will be the issue? So the user needs to have the knowledge article feature license enabled on the profile, right? So this is one of the things that we will be looking into in the first page. If you have noticed that we have an option of knowledge user, so any user will be able to use the knowledge articles, or they'll be able to create the knowledge articles if they have this additional license, which is knowledge user, right? Let's move to the next scenario based question 4. A customer portal user needs access to case records. Okay, which license would you choose? So if you know what is a customer portal, it's an experience website that we create for our customers. So if you remember that, I'll tell you, For the customers, we have customer community plus license. It is also there that sometimes the question will be around partner portal. So then the license we are going to use is for cust partner community and partner community plus. Okay. So the next question is, how would you give a user access to identity features like SSO and FMA, multi-factor authorization management? So we need to assign them a permission set license like identity, okay, with the help of permission set. Next comes the scenario based question 6. You are hitting us API limits. So now if you know, we have usage based licenses as well. So we are going to use the take the help of usage based license or increase our total limits for the org by the help of Salesforce. Next question is, sales manager has platform license that can't access leads. So now we need to access the leads. But if you know that the leads will be accessible with the license of Salesforce, not the Salesforce platform license. Okay, so we are going to use Salesforce license in this case. So the eighth question is, a third party reseller needs access to opportunities and leads. What license would you use? If you remember, just now we have discussed that regarding the experience cloud, that whenever we create an experience community, in that scenario, since as partners we are joining in and creating a partner portal, then in that case what license we will use? Partner community license. This is specifically created for all the partners who will be having access to opportunities and leads. Okay. Now the next question is, a user needs access to login via SSO and access an external app via Salesforce identity. Which license fits? We all know it will be identity license. Next scenario based question is, thousands of customers need to log cases, view knowledge, and check their account case status. What license is optimal? So, if you know that we are talking here about the customer portal, which is a type of experience portal, and when we talk about the customer license, it will be customer community license when we are the customer wants to view their cases. Okay, but if we were to talk about the partner licenses who want to view the opportunities and the leads in the Experience Cloud, then we would be using partner community license. And what is it? Login based model or member based model? Can you give me in the comment section that what is the difference between both?